Hey, what's going on, guys? James here bringing you another YouTube video, and this was going to be the next episode of the original Universe Reaction series. Again, like I've said in the last few, I've just really been enjoying looking back at all of old Universe videos, so I'm just going to keep moving here. This is my third episode of Smackdown that I booked back in the day, and it is the proper go-home show to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And let's go ahead and get into it. I think I skipped to a bad time, maybe, but let's just see.
Hey, what's up, guys? As you know, I'm James. I'm bringing you another YouTube video, and this one is episode 6, week 3 of Smackdown Go Home Show for Smackdown to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. This is the last episode for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and it's a big one. On our Smackdown show, we have the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Tyler Breeze, taking on Chris Jericho to open up the show.
Okay, that's
Then we
good.
have Paige and Katie taking on Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins. Then we have AJ.
So let me pause it real quick, because that's the match that I alluded to in the first episode of Raw, actually. I think it was. Maybe? I don't remember exactly. Could have been the first or the second episode of Raw, and when it was Nikki versus Caitlyn Rain. And thinking about it, that's the match that I wanted to do, having Paige bring in this rookie that she would have seen on the indies, presumably. That's kind of like what I was rolling with. I still think that's a cool idea to bring somebody in. But I obviously, doing it now, I wouldn't say that's who it is right away. I mean, I guess in a way, like, we did technically have her debut, so you knew who she was at that point. But I wouldn't show her or anything like that. It would be a surprise. It's like, and Paige, she's said she's bringing somebody in from the independent scene. She's got them a contract with WWE, and they're going to be facing the Bella Twins here tonight on SmackDown. Something like that. But yeah, so here we go. Let's get back to it.
With Neville taking on Batista with Sheamus. The winners of this match are the next number 1 contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship, and the losers are the next contenders for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh my god. By the way, so before I started this recording, I loaded up the video and got the timestamp in place, and I saw this right on the screen. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that match was a thing. It's convoluted, it doesn't work, it makes zero sense. Because at that point, at the very least with Styles and Neville, they had associated with one another being in the Fatal 4-Way together. But the whole part of, like, the loot, and, like, even, okay, like, so, if it was a tag team match and saying, like, the team who wins is going to be the next number 1 contender for the world title, that's fine in a way. We hadn't seen Batista and Sheamus yet, so that's also weird. I mean, obviously, Batista and Sheamus, we know who they are, but in the context of the universe, you wouldn't have seen them. So that's weird. And yeah, like, it's just, I don't know. Strange. Very strange. That's what I'll say, and it just doesn't make sense. But don't worry, I'm not going to get too in-depth with that one, because I actually already have a plan to, with the Universe Rewind and bringing this original series back and trying to connect it with the current co-op universe, once we get back to doing that, I've already got a way to fix that entire thing. Don't worry on that. You'll see. But anyway, past me, continue.
Then we have a rematch from last week. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys, taking on T.I.C. and Alex Ray and the Dangerous Alliance.
That's fine.
The Dudleys demanded the SmackDown General Manager give them a rematch with the Dangerous Alliance on this SmackDown show, and at the pay-per-view, a match with the 2 mystery men that attacked them last week. And the GM gave it to them, and even let the Dudleys pick the match it's going to be in. And if we know anything about the Dudleys, it's going to be a tables match. And then in our main event, we have...
Okay, actually, I do have to pause it again, because I thought I was so clever saying, like, oh, if we know anything about the Dudleys, it's going to be a tables match. And then I started getting into my head a lot about it. It's like, wait, no, let's not do a tables match. Let's do, like, a hardcore match. An elimination hardcore tag team match. Because ECW was hardcore. But it's like, no, like, the Dudleys have always been about the tables, goddammit. No, no. Why? Anyway, yeah. So I got I got two in my head about it, and yeah, no. I should have done a tables match. Elimination tables, I still would have gone with because who wants to see who wants to see a tag team match end because one team member gets put through a table? What? No. And then I should not have done Bray versus Daniel again. I'll already say that now. Yeah, I should not have done that.
Versus the World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan. The winner gets to pick the match stipulation for Extreme Rules.
That doesn't
Big
work.
show we've got here tonight.
I mean, if anything,
And
do
first
like
things first,
beat the
Chris
clock.
Jericho.
Pick your poison.
Chris
anything.
Jericho beats the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, which means no matter what, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, Chris Jericho is up there and deserves a title shot because he just knocked off the top contender.
I do agree with that.
Now, Nikki and Brie
again,
versus...
to pause it again, like I do agree with that for the sake of this. Not that because obviously I do think a win over the champion puts you in top contention. Not that you necessarily deserve a title match right away. That's not what I was doing. I was still giving Breeze his shot against Ryback, and I like that. But I absolutely would have. I should have given Breeze the title at Extreme Rules. That much is we know for sure. And then I ended up announcing that I was going to do a bragging rights pay-per-view for the second pay-per-view. And I think that would have been a cool concept because, Jericho's all about himself. So I thought that should have been a cool concept that I could have rolled with had that actually happened. We'll get to why that pay-per-view didn't happen once we get to it. Again, you're probably sick of me saying that. But we'll get to it when we get to it. We'll explain it later. And if we would have done it, it would have been a cool concept to roll with, trying to manage Breeze trying to get ready to represent SmackDown and getting ready to face the U.S. champion at bragging rights. But Jericho's Jericho, and he's like, I don't give a shit about bragging rights. I don't give a shit about representing SmackDown or Raw or whatever. I earned my shot for the Intercontinental title. Give me the match. And try to roll with that. That would have been cool. Yeah, anyway, so continue.
Paige and Katie. Paige is the #1 contender for Nikki's title. Who's gonna win? And Paige and Katie win, with Katie beating the Divas champion Nikki.
I don't know how I rolled. Honestly, I don't know how I would have rolled with that one.
Triple threat Divas title match?
Because I could totally see giving the Bella Twins the win, pinning the rookie Caitlyn Rain. But I do think it's cool to have Paige and Caitlyn, Paige bring in this this rookie, and then, well, I say rookie, but new to the WWE in this case. It's kind of what I was rolling with the story. I think it would have been cool, like, to have Paige bring her in and then them get the win. So I don't know how I'd roll with that now.
Intercontinental Championship.
God. I'm not going to say anything about that match. I'm just going to wait until I can actually start Universal Rewind and fixing it.
Okay, guys.
Why did I not do the entrance? Why did I not do the entrances? I told you, like, this was like a stupid, weird mix between GM mode and realism. And it's like, no, I should have just rolled with the one idea. Nonetheless, though, like, yeah, this match is fine. After the Mystery Men attack the Dudleys, it would make sense that they would want to get revenge on them. And then after T-Ice and Alex Rain beat the Dudleys because of the attack from the Mystery Men, it makes sense that they would also want to rematch against them to put them in their place and show the rookies that you didn't actually beat us. You may have a win in technicality, but you didn't have us at 100%. So this match is fine. And I do think it's smart to give the Dudley Boys the win here instead of immediately. I know in some people's eyes it would be 50-50 booking. But again, you have to remember, technically Alex and T.I. didn't win clean, even though like the result was out of their hands with the attack by the then Mystery Men. So they didn't actually get a clean win, so the rematch does make sense. And I think, like I said, it makes sense to give the Dudleys the win, because again, they're veterans. They would, being at 100% at this point, they would, they should be able to pick up the win over the rookies. especially since the Dudleys had a guaranteed match at Extreme Rules, and at this point, neither Alex nor T.I.'s had a guaranteed match for the show. Honestly. And honestly, I wouldn't have had either on the pay-per-view right away. We ended up having them on the pay-per-view, and again, I'll talk about that later, but I wouldn't have. I don't think it was a good idea.
I'm surprised he doesn't. I'll be surprised if he doesn't have a concussion. Oh, and there's a senton.
I always thought it was weird when I tried to bring up, like, real-life injuries and stuff, though. It's like, why do I need to be talking about concussions here? Like, it was just a wrestling match past me. Like, what? No. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, I wouldn't have had either of them on the show. Dudley's, I think, makes sense. Again, even though there was technically less build-up, only, I think, technically 2 weeks worth. Yeah, because Attack in the previous episode of Smackdown, and then we'll see what happens later on, because there is another Attack, which we'll see. And yeah, so that makes sense. Bam. But yeah, other than that, like, the match itself is fine. Like, it makes sense. The Dudleys would obviously want revenge on both tag teams, and yeah. No, I will also say something that did happen at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. No, okay, you know what? I will save that instead of talking about it now. That sleeper suplex was really dope, actually. It looked less like a sleeper suplex, but it was cool. Oh, that makes me want to see a Cobra Clutch suplex, actually. Just lock him in the Cobra Clutch, the $1 million... Oh my god. Anyway, that makes me want to see someone just lock him in the Cobra Clutch, the $1 Million Dream, and just overhead him. Just overhead like Scott Steiner. What a belly to belly. Just grab him and yeet over your head. Does anyone still say yeet? Probably not. I don't know.
Oh, I'm choking him out.
Either way. Yeah, like I said, it was kind of fine overall.
Missed it again.
Not anything to necessarily complain about. Like, this match, like I said, it just kind of makes sense. Or did I do 2 matches? I don't think I did 2 matches, actually. I think it was this match and then what happened after the show. Pretty sure. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Alex punches him in the face.
But yeah, I don't really think I have too much else to say overall. To be honest. Not that wouldn't spoil it later on. I suppose. Because I don't want to talk too much about something I'm going to obviously talk about a lot in another episode of this. I do. It does make me really. It does make me really interested in how I'm gonna do this. Because like I really wanted to roll with the Dudleys versus the Mystery Man. I thought it was cool. But I guess I could do like maybe use Edge and Christian. Like that's possible. But then, like, the whole point originally was me to have the Mystery Men attack the Dudleys and then build towards a tag team tables match at the pay-per-view where they would win. Like, that was the original concept. So, trying to redo it for Universal Rewind, I don't necessarily know. Because, again, like, I won't have the Dudleys unless I decide to actually use 2K17 mixed together with the 2K16 footage early. But I don't know if I want to do that. Like I said, I could use Edge and Christian, but like, what I'm going to do, have a chairs match? I'd have to like literally make that. I guess I could make that myself. But chairs matches in WWE have always been weird because like the way the WWE did the chairs matches, it was like there's still disqualifications in this match, but The only way you can't be disqualified is if you use a chair.
Big splash.
But everything else that would get you disqualified can still get you disqualified. Like, that's weird. Because, like, Batista... Because I remember looking it up at one point, and, like, the first ever chairs match, Batista versus Undertaker at TLC 2009, they said Batista...
The Bubba Cutter!
They said, like,
Devon couldn't get in there.
Batista beat... Like, Taker beat Batista by, like, DQ or something. Or something like that. Unless I'm just misremembering it, which is possible. But I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I'm like, that makes no sense. Why did you book it that way? Like, WWE, what? Why are you so wishy-washy on, like, effort? Like, I don't know. WWE is so weird on the rules. It's like, with WWE, and I guess pro wrestling in general, the rules only matter when they matter, I guess. Like, oh, hey, they don't actually want you don't actually care too much about tag team wrestling, and you don't care, for the most part, if they're actually grabbing the tag rope. Okay. Like, ignore that that's an actual rule in pro wrestling, and it has been for a long time, but whatever. The tag rope thing, I guess, is weird, because, like, it's not, like, the best of rules, I guess. It's not the best of rules, I guess.
Botchamania running wild.
Or... I just said Botchamania running wild, dude. Shouts out Matthew. Anyway. I mean, it's a good rule, but I don't think it's necessarily the most important rule in tag team wrestling. But something like the one tag breakup. Like one pin breakup in tag matches. That's one I think we could talk about. You know? Because... that's actually a really good one. I can understand...
They shouldn't be able to pick you up.
Like...
It ruins, like... It kind of ruins the match for me.
Whoa, hang on. I gotta listen in. What did I just say?
Why is that even a thing? If you're already up to your feet, they shouldn't be able to pick you up. Like, it ruins, like, it kind of ruins the match for me.
Past me, you are a petty little shit. And, like, I'm still petty, but, like, I'm petty in different ways now. Like, that is, like, no way in hell did it actually ruin the game for me. Not by a long shot. And, oh my god, dude. I'm just, what the hell? What? No. Like, I wasn't even fully up to my feet anyway. I was on a knee, and then the AI pulled me up to my feet. So, like, past me was also just blatantly wrong anyway. By the way, when did Devon ever do that move? Like, I'm sure he did, 'cause I'm pretty sure, like, they just did, like, the preset moveset for Devon, but, like, when did he ever do that move? I only ever remember Devon doing, like, the lifting reverse DDT. Maybe the rope-assisted neckbreaker in the corner, but I don't know. Either way.
Then here, out of nowhere, just the pop-up power bomb.
The TI's power bomb, everybody.
And then Devon firing up, taking out both men. And there was
I did like the hot tags though. It's like the old hot tags needed to be reworked, but I did really like the.
Okay, guys, let's.
Like, when you could have a hot tag actually end a match, it always felt rewarding. I did like that.
And Daniel Bryan comes back, picks up a win against Bray, and he'll get to choose
Yeah,
the tag
that match should not have happened. There's so many other ways, like I said before, to have a champion and challenger get involved with one another prior to a pay-per-view without having them face one-on-one. I just didn't fully understand that at the time.
Chris Jericho beat the Intercontinental Championship #1 contender.
But yeah, like, that's fine.
Chris Jericho beat the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Tyler Breeze.
That match is fine.
To Paige and Katie, where the rookie Katie.
Yeah, the tag match is fine.
Diva champion. Possibly a triple threat. Who knows?
I won't even get into Styles, Neville, Batista, Sheamus. I have too much to say about that one. We'll get to it later, and I've already got plans to fix it with the Universe Rewind. This tag match makes sense, and it's fine. I think they got the right result. I think I did the right result, too. And this match should have been done in a different way without them facing off with one another. That's what I'll say. I honestly think this might have been the worst match card I did.
Are we live? Okay, we finally got cameras in the back. These two mystery men showed up and attacked the Dudley Boys in the back after this Smackdown show.
Oh, dude.
I can't believe it. They're just beating.
I think they took highlight reel out of the game at this point. But could you imagine, like, doing this, but having highlight reel and showing the Dudleys walking side by side to the walking towards the garage, and then like cutting to a different camera angle with the mystery men in the garage, maybe hiding or something, and then as they walk by, like, attack? That'd be really cool.
Why have these two been attacking them? That's what I want to know. Oh, wow, a sling blade. Now takes out Bubba as well.
Let me just rip off Finn Balor real quick.
Oh, Adam takes out one of the mystery men. Takes out both his partner and Bubba Ray. Jeez.
Seriously though, like, why?
And
seriously, why were there pinfalls in a backstage brawl?
oh,
I mean, it works for Falls Count Anywhere stuff, don't get me wrong, but, like, why is there pinfalls in a backstage brawl? Why is there...
oh wow.
Why did Devon not save Bubba Ray from getting pinned? Come on now. Really? I don't know, that's weird. But yeah, like, the attack, I think, also works, helps further it even more, showing that they're going to stop at nothing, and that they're looking forward to this match of the pay-per-view with the Dudleys.
The best. Oh, big
And, of course, after the Dudleys defeated, or got some revenge defeating T.I.S. and Alex Reign.
Devon is out cold on the floor. And back suplexes Bubba Ray.
Like, it makes sense, I think. After they get the win over T.S. and Alex Reign, get some revenge there. They did just have a match, so they wouldn't be able to fully...
Throws them onto the wall, big kick, and they're just saying to Bubba Ray and Devon that they are the men. They are the best. Oh, hang on.
No.
They're saying... Oh, and they're saying that they are... that their names are...
No. Bad past me. Bad past me. No. No. We're not doing that. I should not have revealed their names. Maybe reveal their tag team name. That's a little bit better. Say who they are as a unit, as this collective group, I guess, as a team. But do not reveal your names. Still kind of go by the mystery men, if you will. Yeah, no, that was bad. Again, also, in execution, this was also bad, but, again, in theory, works great. I like that. But, again, execution, awful. Overall, the show was not bad, I don't think. Fine overall, and I do think it might actually be the worst show that I don't know. It's the one that I look back on... I don't know how I feel about it. Again, we could have started off way worse than we did, but there's still so much room for improvement, and we'll see how we improve it later on. that's what I'll say. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.